It won't always look perfect, but let's feel like we've got this little blocker now, right? So we're doing our doubles. That first movement does not come out. What's cracking, Jump Nation family? It's your boy here, Rushy S, aka the Jump Rope Coach. Welcome back to the home of jump rope fitness and lifestyle people. Today I have another epic jump rope lab episode for you. Okay, I'm featuring a guy called Old Man Skips, who's an epic supporter of ours. And if you don't know what the jump rope lab is, guys, basically if you're posting videos on Instagram, put the video up, upload them, and use the hashtag jump rope lab, which will allow me a chance to basically see your journey, see your skills, and hopefully I can feature you on the channel and give you guys some good tips. So today's video, we're gonna get straight into it, okay? We're gonna basically talk about the double under crossover. Now, remember, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, guys. We're the hottest fitness community growing across the world. And if you need some epic skipping merch and gear, go check these links down below. Use YouTube 10 for 10% discount. Got the hottest and most in-demand skipper ropes on the planet. So anyway, I'm gonna pull up his video right now, guys. Gonna play it fully for you and just take a look at some of his form. Right now, this stuff looks pretty slick, very epic. He's just throwing in a few doubles, doing a basic bounce, but I really like the form here, man. He's not kind of like flexing his knees too much, staying on the balls of his feet, and then he throws in this double under cross, which we're going to kind of dissect now. And as you can see, he does a couple there, and as he goes in to do a few more, he will naturally kind of just have a little trip, and then that's the end of the video. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take it back now, and this, I don't want this to be too long, right? So I've already got videos on this move, so definitely go check it out. I've got a playlist as well on the double under crossover. But what we're going to basically have a look at here is, as I kind of scrub through to like his first one, is everything that you need to remember when it comes to kind of these kind of moves is how to create like nice looking loops. All right, we call them sexy loops on this channel, but if you can create really cool, nice arcs over your body, loops, all right, that's how you're gonna get through this rope. Now the way to do this is mainly through your wrist, so I'm gonna keep scrubbing through once we get to him doing this move, right? So as you can see, as we're about to get into this move, he's about to start this move, and what he does is he kind of comes away from his body with his arms. Now just remember, anything you do with your arms affects the loop, how it looks, the shape, and then after that you're going to have to kind of make adjustments with your body to make sure you can jump through this loop so you don't then trip up. Okay, so the first move that he kind of does is he pulls his hands out because he's about to do this move, right? He sets his feet nicely here, and then now he's bringing his arms back in, right? He's getting this loop done, but just notice how straight his arms are at this point, right? As he's about to set this loop up. We're going to talk through it in a minute when I get back on the main floor and kind of show you guys in detail what to do. But you can see how straight his wrists are here and his arms. Now he creates this loop, which looks great. At this position, looks nice. He's made a nice cross. The handles are beside his kind of torso. So from that point on, he's got a wide enough loop, which is good. And then as he comes now, jumping through this loop, he's going to uncross his arms. And as you can see, again, very straight arms just at this point, right? And he makes it. Then the arms kind of come wide again away from his body. Now, if you take this like back a bit quickly, right? This was his sort of starting position with his rope. So you can see his arms are kind of nice, relaxed. It looks elbows back, wrists sort of here. And then to that point where I kind of had him here, where he finished the move here, all right? And naturally, we're going to kind of come away from our body as you finish this loop. But what we want to try and do is try and keep these wrists in the same sort of position, same sort of kind of distance, if that makes sense, from when we're kind of doing our normal skipping. So when it comes to doing this move again, you'll see the same sort of features, straight arms, crossing, creating these loops, but he's not really creating them with his wrists, he's creating them with his arms, and that's what we're going to basically change today. So big up for getting this video up, guys. Old Man Skips, I don't know your real name, sorry, but I know you're a top supporter, and I appreciate you tagging Jump Rope Lab in the video. And I think, guys, I'm going to get right into the main floor and basically show you guys how to get this done, all right? This is a very quality move, and it will improve how your kind of form and your techniques and how you flow with the rope. And we're trying to avoid injuries, and we're trying to make sure that you look slicker and bossier, like we always say on this channel. So let's head out to the main floor. I'm going to get my ropes and get this done for you guys. All right, folks, let's get into this really quickly, right? One thing I didn't mention before was the way he sort of jumps, all right? So what typical kind of beginners like to do is they kind of like to kind of flick their legs out to get maximum jump, all right? Doesn't look too bad. You've seen Mayweather do it, seen a few boxers and other people do it as well. But ideally, we want to try and get a straight takeoff, okay? So that you feel like your toes start to face the ground. I've always said it kind of, you don't want to have this feeling where your toes kind of start to face upwards. You want to have the feeling that they're facing down, which allows you to then jump and have a nice straighter takeoff. So we're going to talk more about really the arms right now, okay? So as you see, Old Man Skips here, sick name by the way, is he tends to get this cross done with his arms, all right? So it's very straight on. What I'm going to get you guys to sort of change and get him to change hopefully is feel like there is this kind of frame around our body, like we're in a sort of box, okay? So when you're skipping, let's say you're skipping like this, right? I can't really move too far away from here. So I've got these kind of like little blockers here. What that's going to allow us to do now is that first movement for the cross has to come from the wrists, can't come from the arms moving out and then straight arm. It can only come from the wrists, so you're basically going to be here, and then the first movement you want to feel like is in, right? Not out. Once you get that first movement in, now it's all about the wrist. You want the wrist to start turning over, and then your thumbs feel like they face behind us. So if you get those kind of feelings, it won't always look perfect, but let's feel like we've got this little blocker now, right? So we're doing our doubles. That first movement does not come out. So if I demonstrate how he was sort of doing it, what that tends to do is shorten the rope. So here, you see, you have to jump higher because naturally your hands have come away from your body, which then makes the rope come up, shortens the rope effectively. Whereas if you come straight in, you keep that length. So by doing that, you don't have to jump as high, you have to do those kind of dolphin flicks. So that first movement in, and then your wrists have to rotate. Once your wrists rotate, guys, it allows you to get this little flex in your arm to prevent this straight arm flex. The straight arm sort of, well, straight arm flex don't make sense. Straight arm cross, let's say we do here, the straight arm cross does not generate the speed we need. So the speed has to come from the wrist whipping or kind of turning and then rotating at the same time as you cross. So it's to kind of like bring them in, flick the wrists. Once you get that little flick whilst you're in the cross position, that will give you the speed you need. So we're here, we're ready to kind of roll. Feel this little kind of rotation. And what's really key is your grip on the handles, okay? If you can make sure that the grip is further down the handle at this point, it gives us this whip. It gives us this kind of whipping motion that if you're fishing and you want to throw a fishing rod out to the sea, I've never done fishing, so this makes no sense, but I'm trying to make it make sense, is you want to feel like this snapping motion with your wrists. And also, if you imagine if you're gripping it so high up the rod or the handle and you're trying to do this, you won't get a lot of sling on the rope. So grip down, right, nice and loose grip, and then feel that sling like that. And then when you come back to kind of uncrossing, you don't want to uncross too far away from your body. You're going to basically just come back to that position, feel like that frame around your body, that kind of barrier, you can't come out. So that's a really quick explanation, but take those little key points in mind. Old Man Skips, big up to you. Thanks again for tagging Jump Rope Lab. If you guys want to have a chance of being featured, I'm getting more and more videos out there in our new setup. Hopefully you guys are liking the new setup. Thanks for all the feedback. We're going to try and improve the sound. We're going to try and improve all the quality going forward. Our goal, our mission has always to try and get skipping rope in the hands of as many people around the world as possible and make cardio fun and epic. And thanks to you, we're making that happen. So again, hit the links down below, hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, that'd be really useful for me. And yeah, keep flying boss out there, guys. I'll see you in the next video. So take care of yourself, skip the treadmill, stay safe. Peace.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.